All right, we're live. Now you'll notice there's a lot of clips from Day of the Dead in there.
I did notice that.
One of my favorite movies of all time that I got to watch. And yeah, what's up, Ginjo? He no, this is not a first watch for Dave. This is a
No.
favorite for Dave as well. We are taking a break from the blind watches with Dave and watching a favorite of both of ours because this is fantastic. Now, do you remember which one you saw first of Romero's 3 movies? Was it this one? Because I saw Night first. I know that.
It must have been this one, mate. It must have been Day of the Dead because I was really, really young when I first watched this.
I know I
must have been about 5 or 6 years old. Honestly, that's how young I was. Yeah.
When I saw Halloween, 6.
Yeah, and I've loved it ever since. So I think this must have been the first, and then it was Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I didn't see for quite a few years, to be honest.
So that was like, you think the last one that you saw of the original 3 was Dawn?
Yeah, Dawn was the last one. And I think the first time I watched Dawn, I was about 12, 13.
Okay. What's up, Pap Smear?
Like that.
Yo, your comment, Pap Smear, earlier with the Homes with a Heart of the Frank Zappa, I left it purposely here because I was just listening to that album earlier today. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Probably not because I got the background, but trust me, it's Frank Zappa that's on you. And I was just listening to that song earlier today. So I thought that was hysterical. But yeah, I saw Night of the Living Dead first. And for years, that was my least favorite. And when Night, least favorite, and then Dawn, then this has always been my favorite. Like Day has always been my favorite of the original, of all of his movies, but of the original 3. I like Dawn. Like, I think they're all classics. But like over the years, Night went up for me a lot. And Dawn kind of went down a bit. I don't like the whole. It's weird because like the fake Italian real red blood in Dawn. Like, it works for me for like Argento films and like Italian horror from the 70s and a few select other movies, but like it doesn't in Dawn for me. And I know it's because Argento helped and worked on it and stuff, and I get why it's like that. It's just I don't like the look of it. I don't like the zombies, like the blue gray faces they have. They do have it here in this movie, that similar look, but just the blood looks so much better in this. And I think this is Savini's just his magnum opus of effects work.
I would probably agree with you on that one, mate. To be honest with you, yeah.
Yeah, like this is this is like one of the best endings to a horror film for me. The last 20 minutes of this movie.
Oh, it's so good.
It's just the kills are just one after another that are just fantastic. And like I said, just some of the best effects. Like if the Thing is what I always hold as like the gold standard, and that's more like transformation type stuff. When it comes to like kills or just straight up killing human beings, this might be like the best for me. Like practical effects. Like you
Yeah.
could like Savini's other work and like The Prowler, even though I'm not like a huge fan of the film, but the effects are fantastic. But
Mm,
he had like Nicotero and Berger and all the K&B working here for him because he had to. Like
mm.
he had like there's so much effects work in this movie just with the zombies
Mm.
and like with the makeup and everything like that. So he needed a lot of help with this movie.
Oh yeah,
And yes, see the Papsmear mentioned the score, the marimba
yeah.
and everything. Yeah, it has that tropical feel to it,
Mm.
which is cool because they end up on the tropical island at the end. Which
Spoilers.
yeah, yeah. If anyone has seen Day of the Dead at this point, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like this should have been like this like horror essentials here. But I like also how you could look at it like the island at the end is the same from Fulci's Zombie,
Mm.
the tropical island they're on in that movie. You couldn't even. That's like a little theory that people have said that it's a link that from the island they get to at the end here is the same island in Lucio Fulci's Zombie.
Right.
Whether
Okay.
it's yeah, see, Papsman knows where it's at. They
There
end
you
up on
are.
Fulci Island.
See, I
I,
never knew
I
that.
I love that. Yeah, I love that theory. I
Yeah.
always have.
Every day to school day.
Yeah, right. You never something there. The Keen Direct sequel. All the sequels to this movie are fucking awful.
Oh God. Yes, they
I
are.
don't even remember them. I just remember them being so bad that it was ejected from my mind as soon as we watched.
Well,
As soon as I
I
watched it, both of us said, "Oh God."
for some reason I own
Oh, too.
the remake on DVD. Right.
Yeah, that's not good. Sell that
It's
shit already. Do something.
I own it. And do you know what, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. When I first watched it back in the day, I think what it came out in like 2008, 7, 8, something like
Oh,
that. I
it's a
think, if
new
I
one. He's
remember.
saying this is a new one with the OG cast.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
that'll be
okay,
cool.
that's interesting then, at least.
I actually didn't mind the remake that much when I first
Really?
watched it. I've completely changed my mind now, though. It's fucking terrible. Like,
I
it's
used to not
awful.
care for the Dawn remake
Oh, I
as
love
much
that.
as much as
Yeah.
the original Dawn, but then since like for some reason Dawn went down for me over the years because I feel like it's too comedic compared to the other two. But the
Mm,
remake of Dawn is fantastic.
yeah.
Like that one way up for me the last time I watched that. It has a great fucking intro.
Yeah. It's just an awesome zombie movie, full stop. The Dawn of the
Oh
Dead
yeah,
remake.
and then the
But
whole Johnny Cash when the man comes around to open up like with the montage and stuff of just everything going nuts and stuff. Great, like first 25 minutes to the Dawn of the Dead
yeah,
remake.
it is. No, mate, it's the one with Mina Safari in it, and oh god, who I can't bloody hell,
You mean
can't
like
think of the other
the
guy's name.
original remake, the original
Yeah,
remake,
yeah.
like 2005
There's one
or
called
something like that, or 2000 something
it's yeah,
nine maybe.
and yeah, it's something around that time anyway.
Yeah,
The other one, there's one on Netflix called Bloodline, which I watched, Day of the Dead Bloodline. That is awful, like
yeah, that's like the
really
second one, like the
awful.
sequel to the remake or some shit. Like I don't know, it's
Yeah,
terrible. All
it's
everything, and
so
then there
bad.
was the show Day of the Dead like a few years ago, and that was
Never
awful
watched
too.
it.
I watched
Yeah.
like 2 episodes. I could not get past any more of that. I think me and and Ginger have talked about that one. But if anyone wants to watch along, there's a link for the Look movie. I'm just watching on. I tried watching on Shutter. I go to click on it and it says there's an error for this title right now. Please try again later. So I'm watching on Tubi. So I'll get like short little commercials here and there, but whatever. We'll wait like a minute or two.
Yeah.
We will do a county down. The Whoopi Goldberg zombie. One of my favorite moments in the movie is in the ending of this movie and it's a small thing. It's not like any of the effects. I mean, even though those are like still parts, like favorite parts of mine in films. When Steele is in the room and then he gets bitten on the throat and then you get the music swells up and ding ding, and you see the zombies coming in moaning, and that's when he
Yeah.
realizes like I gotta kill myself, otherwise I'm getting eaten. That
Yeah.
whole little music swell and the zombies walking in, and then he shoots the zombie, and the way she drops, that looks so realistic. Like that, the extra did a great job.
Yeah,
Because as soon as he goes and shoots her and the squib like explodes, she's hitting the ground. I'm like, ever since I
yeah.
saw that, I was like, that looks very realistic.
Everyone who played the zombies in this movie did a great job.
Oh yeah,
I thought they're fantastic. You know what I mean? That's an art form in itself, is playing one of them
yeah,
and making it kind of realistic and not
and
look
and
stupid.
just
You know?
and just the way that like some of the effects artists and stuff that were helping, Savini and KMB were playing zombies just to pull the effects off. Like the guy when they're ripping off I always forget his fucking name. I always forget the guy's name. Not it's not Steele, it's not Rhodes. It's the
I
other
don't
fucking
remember it. Don't ask me. I only watched
whatever.
it
The
the other
guy who
day.
gets his head ripped off and the great squeal that we get, which is
Yeah,
fantastic. The zombie that's pulling his like head off, like by the eyes, is an effects artist who's controlling the mouth from
yeah.
behind the head, and while they're pulling it off, they do a lot of that, which is cool. You see a lot of them. Yeah, Greg Nicotero is one of the soldiers.
Mm.
Tom Savini, I'm pretty sure you could see him in a little cameo. I always forget where. Yeah, he's not. Steele is.
No,
I mean, and Pilato was just fantastic in this film as
yeah.
Rhodes. Like, what a brilliant villain.
But I always
And
thought like the one thing I wished he did is when he turns the gun on himself. You know, when he kills himself, if he
yeah,
ran out of bullets
yeah,
and
I
he
know, right?
couldn't.
And he couldn't. He's got all these zombies coming to eat his ass.
Yeah, I just thought that would have just been like just a little bit more better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, not Rickles either. That's why I can't remember the fuck his name ever. It's not Rickles. Rickles is the one that gets his eye gouged out like Fulci style. It's the other one, Torres. That's it. It's Torres.
There you go.
I always forget his fucking name. Torres is the one who gets his larynx ripped and his head ripped off. That's fucking brilliant. Just that whole decision to make that sound of his larynx stretching is one of the most like horrifying sounds ever. That's
Oh,
why
it's
it ends my
hor-
intros now. With
it's
Jason
haunted, mate. That the whole last 20 minutes of this movie, mate. Like when I was watching it
it's just
again the
not
other day,
stop.
you just think I would hate to be in that situation. Like I would
Yeah.
just, it's just nightmare fuel completely.
And it's just nonstop, just like brutality. And
Oh,
it's just the intensity just keeps going and going. And
so
that's why
good.
I mean some people that don't care for this movie compared to the other two. So like a common critique I hear is that it's slow. And
Mm,
I can see it, but like for me, it's just it's building the entire time. Like you're watching these people. That the biggest issue here is that they can't communicate with each other.
yeah,
Like if they would just like listen to each other and have a common goal to try to find a way to survive, then they could probably. I mean, the odds are still against them, but they have much better odds than how they're fighting against each other. But
yeah.
like that's the whole social commentary in this movie. Like Romero loved throwing in all his movies, so that
Yeah.
they have no
And it's not only
communication
that,
against each
yeah,
other.
and there's
That
people
is,
having like mental breakdowns and everything, which,
yeah,
you could imagine would happen in this situation. Like, the world has gone to shit, and how can
yeah.
you like compute with any of that,
I think the number they say is like 400,001 that Frankenstein, Dr. Logan says is the
Mm.
ratio from zombies to human beings in this movie.
Yep.
So you imagine 400,000 zombies to one person. So like if you're on your own and shit, you got 400,000 zombies on your ass.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking scary. And
I don't like the odds.
no, not one bit. I don't think anyone does, and I think that's one reason these people are goddamn snapping down there because they know those odds and they're just thinking the same shit we are.
Yeah.
Like, God, yeah, I don't like that idea that there's like hundreds and hundred millions of
The
people of zombies out there ready to eat
the only saving grace with that one though, these are slow moving zombies. Like if these
us.
were like fast ones from like 28 days later, Dawn of the Dead,
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
not less than 5 seconds, mate. I am gone.
Oh yeah. They are. They are very. They both have pros and cons. I
Yeah,
think for how because the slow one is they'll creep like a creep show. They'll creep up on you like the
that is
roaches.
very true.
They'll
Yeah.
creep up on you. But the other ones, they'll just like run straight up and tear your fucking throat out. So I mean, it's just terrifying. So all right,
Before
we're
you've
gonna
even
do a
managed to
countdown.
move.
Yeah, I know, right? Before you
Yeah.
even know what to do, before you even know there's a zombie problem. Like the infestation just starts, and then you just have some guy who come up and rip your throat out. And you're like, "What the fuck just happened to me? Oh,
Yeah,
zombie apocalypse just started."
that'd
All
be
right, you
me.
ready?
That's
You
as
ready?
long outlast.
I love that Jason mug every time I see it.
Oh, it's
All right,
awesome, isn't it?
are you ready for the countdown
I
today of the dead?
sure am.
All right, so I'm not. All right, I am now. All right, three, two, one, go
Go.
for Day of the Dead. Which, yeah, the score in this too is just awesome. Like I like it better than Goblin score on Dawn, honestly.
There she is, sat on her own in a room.
If they make
Oh,
a
heroine.
remake to the remake, they better get Goldblum's daughter to do that gymnastic twirl to the Velociraptor zombie. I hate that fucking actor so much in Lost World. I don't know what they were thinking with that goddamn actress. Like I said, it had to be somebody's daughter or relative or something who worked on the movie. Because you're telling me she won because of her acting chops? Get the fuck out of here. In a Steven Spielberg film. I don't think so. I love just how it kicks off here with the
Yeah,
calendar. Because they're only here, what, like a week or 8 days or something like that.
something
Because,
like that. Yeah.
or less than that, because I think this is, you see the calendar filled up mostly on October. It goes through Halloween. Then I think they end up on the island on like the 3rd or 4th of November or 2nd of November. I think it's like 4 or 5 days or something. And that's a cool practical effect. It still looks cool. It doesn't look the greatest like now. That's probably the least great looking practical effect in the movie when the
I
arms
re-
come out of the wall.
yeah,
But it still looks great. Like for how they pulled it off, they had to get like 10 or like a dozen cast members behind the wall, just all putting their arms in.
I remember the first time seeing that as a kid, and I fucking jumped, mate, because I just didn't expect it. It's all.
Yeah. Oh, nice. November 2nd is Ginger's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Do you see any family resemblance with Goldblum and the daughter? I love Flyboy here.
yeah, he's ace.
Johnny. All the characters are great in this. Yeah, no, definitely for me the best score. Dun, 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 dun,
Do
dun.
do 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 do.
Yeah, that part's awesome. Dun, 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 dun.
Do, do,
Dun,
do,
dun, 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 dun. That's the shit. It just sounds so like happy and shit. Like it contrasts very well. It's kind of like Cannibal Holocaust, how it has gorgeous, beautiful melody, music, and stuff, and then like all the horrific content. It's kind of like that with this like the tropical feel. It makes you like yearn for them to like get through this somehow and end up on that tropical island that they talk about. It just
Yeah,
fits this movie so fucking well.
it's like with the music. It's like we're about to watch like a comedy sitcom.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like I could see people who might say the music doesn't fit, but for me, it fits thematically. It fits with what they say and talk about in here about the island that they want to go to and end up at. Like it definitely fits 100% for
Oh,
me.
fits perfectly. The only one I can think of off the top of my head where the music just doesn't fit the movie at all is the Mutilator. Do you remember that? Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah. What the part when he comes in and has that fucking song and dance routine, or the Spring Break like theme
Yeah.
song. The theme song is fantastic. Did I tell you what happened with what's going on with Mutilator too? Because I had to reschedule with Damien Maffei, who was in
Mm.
it. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow and figure out for this week. He doesn't even want to release because he thinks it's so bad. He said it's a fucking car fire disaster. Like What's up, Mr. Dan? I mean, me and Dan are having a watch party of Mutilated 2 when if it ever comes out. But yeah, Maffei is saying that it's such a fucking disaster of a movie. It can't find distribution or anything.
Oh,
And he's like, I hope it doesn't. And Buddy Cooper thinks it's the most fantastic project ever, the director. And nobody wants to buy it. It's hysterical.
oh, it sounds like a mess, mate. I don't even
Oh, it's
know
an
what they
absolute
were
trash
thinking.
fest. No,
I
I
don't
don't
even.
know. And I
Don't
said to him, I said, it's probably exactly what he thought about the first movie. He thought it was an absolute, like, the greatest thing ever. But at least the kills in that movie are fucking fantastic. The Mutilator has excellent kills in that. That's why it's his favorite slasher of mine, even though the rest of it's mostly terrible. I love the opening with the title card, with the
Yeah,
zombie with no jaw. That looks so good.
that zombie just looks terrifying, man.
And this is just like because each movie progresses a little bit because like they always have the debate of are these sequels to each other, and that I never really see them as sequels. It's just each movie just takes place at a different point in like the zombie apocalypse.
Mm,
So like Night of the Living Dead is like right when it starts at like the farmhouses and the cemetery and stuff. Then you have
yeah.
Dawn that it's a little more progressed, but there's still more like survivors out there.
Mm,
By this point in day, like this is like near the end. Like this is like full on zombie apocalypse, like they say with the numbers, 400,000 zombies to one person. Like this is
yeah.
where you're completely fucked.
That's
Like this
putting
is
it
where
mildly,
it's
mate.
fucking over. Like it's like there's no chances left unless like you get to an island. Like they luckily do.
Yeah, yeah. I've never
Yeah.
thought
Pete
of them
Well
as.
is in
Yeah,
Mutilated too.
I've never thought of them as sequels to each other. I've kind of just thought
Yeah,
they were
no,
just their own
they're all,
separate kind of
yeah,
thing, you know?
yeah, like that's like parallel universes almost of like
Yeah,
a different zombie apocalypse in a different universe each time.
yeah. Because
The
I always thought with
same
like
with
the end
Land
of yeah,
and
I always thought with like
Diary.
yeah, I always thought like with the end of like Night of the Living Dead, they kind of got on top of it anyway. Like it didn't,
Yeah,
go out
like
with
it
hand.
didn't spread as much. Yeah, because they killed what's his name? I always forget the main character, the black dude. They kill
That's
him.
him.
And they throw, yeah, that's him. Yeah, it
That's
is
him.
him. They throw his ass on the pile. It seemed like they killed as many as there were in that area at least.
Yeah,
And then and in the original, they're from space, or like a comet causes it to happen. Well, it has something to do with like out of space. I'm pretty sure it's a comet. They
mm.
never went back to that in Dawn or Day or any of the later ones. Which of the later ones, Chat and Dave, like, what's your favorite out of Land, Diary, and Survival?
Oh that'll be an easy one. I've only seen London Diary. I haven't watched Survival.
I haven't
Um,
seen Survival since it came out.
I really enjoy Land of the Dead. I know it gets like a bit of flack, but I actually don't mind it. I enjoyed it. Uh,
I like Land.
Diary,
Diary
I
actually I like more than Land. I rewatched it like 6 months ago maybe.
yeah,
I like Diary.
Diary. I've seen once. I've never gone back
The
to it.
main girl
So
is very attractive, so I mean that like helps it along, like for sure. But like Survival, I haven't seen since it came out. Like I did the original three. I did videos on them. I gotta fucking do the last three, Land, and
yeah,
revisit all three of those. But I would say Diary because I know sure as shit Survival is not going to surprise the hell out of me and become the best one out of the three. Like
I
for
just
sure.
never, yeah, I just never bothered with it, mate. To be honest with you, but no, I would go with
Yeah, you got John
Land of the
Leguizamo.
Dead. Yeah, I'd go with Land of the Dead. I did enjoy it.
I love, yeah, I know exactly. Umberto Lenzi. It's the Infected People movie. Quentin Tarantino had told, I forget who it was, friends of his, they were going to go see Umberto Lenzi. And Umberto Lenzi did a zombie movie, but it's not really a zombie movie. Like a lot of the Italian movies were like because like the old school zombies because of infection or like
Mm.
disease and stuff. So Quentin Tarantino told his friends, tell Umberto Lenzi I love his zombie film Nightmare City or whatever. That's another name for it. like
Yeah.
all the Italian movies. And he's like, it's not a zombie movie. They infected the people movie. It's an effect of the people. So that like became like a thing between Tarantino and friends of his. That's a great story. It's an effect of the people movie. Yeah, diary. I think it's funny. Yeah, survival. Yeah, that's exactly the word for it because I don't remember shit about any of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, they're fun. I mean, Land. I'm pretty sure K and B did the effects for Land and Diary. Maybe even Survival. I don't know. I'm not sure about Survival.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything good about Survival at all.
Yeah, no, it's usually
At all.
everybody's least favorite out of all 6 of the movies,
Yeah.
and like even including the remakes, like a lot of them. The Night of the Living Dead remake, Savini directed that one. I like.
I don't mind that, you know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't mind watching that every now and then. Like, it's. I
Yeah.
wish the effects were a little better. But
Mm.
I mean, I could see because Savini's directing and stuff that he wasn't able to put as much attention to the effects. But that was kind of the reason for them remaking it. It's like, and they wanted to mostly they wanted to make money back because they lost all. They didn't even. That's why it's a public domain movie, Night of the Living Dead,
Yeah.
because they never filled out the friggin' paperwork right, and they didn't get any of the rights to their movie, which blows.
Oh,
So they wanted to remake it and then use that, copyright that, and then make their money with the copyright. It's not bad though. I like the remake.
I don't
Tony
mind the remake.
Todd is great, like as
Yeah.
always.
Tony Todd's really good at it.
Yeah, he's always great.
Yeah, and I thought actually Tom Savini did a decent job directing it as well. To be honest with
Yeah, I mean, he did a
you.
better job directing that than he did acting in The Ripper. It's The Ripper, right? The name of it. I always forget if it's The Ripper or the something Ripper. That movie that he's in, he goes around like a vampire or some shit. And
Oh
yeah, I
my
know
god.
it's good the remake, and they do have good effects. So it's better effects than in like in the original. I just wish like he went balls to the wall with it,
Mm.
especially like there was 5 years or so after this movie. Like he
Yeah.
could have went real out there with the effects. But like I said, I'm guessing a lot of it had to do with him directing, and
Oh
there
well,
was
yeah.
too much for him to deal with at the same time. Even though I'm sure he had a huge team working with him.
Yeah. Just focus on one job kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole underground cave system is scary as shit. Can you imagine being stuck under here?
That's what I mean, man. Like that's what I mean when it comes to like the last kind of 20 minutes of this movie. Just being stuck down there with them zombies coming down. Just
Yep.
no. Just absolute. There's not enough drop. There's not enough drop kicks happening. Do you know what I mean? You're not getting out of it alive, are you?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you just not. I'd hate to be in that situation, man. Hate it. Wouldn't last two
And their
seconds.
job is to go in there and rope these zombies around the neck and
Yeah.
bring them in. I'm good. Like we're doing that.
I'll be drawing straws for that one. I'll be like, well, nope,
Yeah.
I don't
It's
want
like
to do it.
I did it last time, so I don't have to go for the next 600 times.
It'd be rock, paper, scissors. It'd be like the best of 3 to the best of 6 to the best of.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
keep going till you win
until
it.
you goddamn, yeah, exactly. Make sure you win. Yeah, you have to. Like everyone has to be just losing their goddamn minds because like they show at the end when Rickles is getting killed and he gets his finger bitten off, you see he has a wedding ring. So
Mm.
apparently he's married. So you assume he was a decent guy. I mean, they're all like racist assholes down here, but I mean, it's not to like justify that, but they're all probably way, way degraded mentally from who they actually are as people
Oh God, yeah.
because of everything that they've went through, like and have to deal with down here.
Well, just civilization is gone.
Yeah,
It's done.
completely.
You know. I like how he calls them dick faces.
Yeah, he's always cursing it out, cursing all the zombies out. That's what I mean, too. I mean, that adds to the point. It's like they're fucking talking to zombies. They know they don't listen. They can't talk back. So they're just like taking out all their fucking mental frustration on these zombies, cursing them out, friggin' like beating them up if they have to. Yeah, that's one thing, Dan, that I love about just like most 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s movies. Even it's just like up until Scream, y'all. Like Scream really started that shit with everything being pretty boy, pretty girl, and horror. Like for me, that movie started it all. Like they look like actual just people back like in the 60s, 70s, 80s movies for the
Hmm.
most part. Unless you had like big stars in it, but a lot of the horror movies, especially B-rated horror movies of the 80s, they all had casts that looked like actual, like normal human beings.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually. Right? To be honest with you, the more I'm thinking about it, you made a good point there.
I'm trying, trying to make a good point. I think I have pretty solid ground,
Yeah,
and was free to debate it.
pretty decent. Apart from like kind of certain slashes in the 80s, they always had like, beautiful looking women in them, didn't they?
Yeah,
You know,
like in the Burning's one that always comes to mind because the Burning, it looks like they were all actually like having fucking fun. Like the cast of like they like young teenagers or young 20s,
yeah,
they look like they were actually having a blast filming that movie, and I'm sure they did. And
sure
like
they did as
it
well.
shows on screen, like it really does.
Mm,
Just like in Friday 4, why I love that's my favorite slasher of all time. One of the reasons is the characters.
yeah,
All of them seem like they really had genuine chemistry, and they were really like became friends, like filming that movie, and it shows.
yeah. Yeah,
They
somebody's
capture
that
the
somebody's not very happy. Yeah,
no, yeah, I wouldn't be happy either. Getting poked with
no.
sticks and shit. And all you want to do is eat. That's like if you just wanted a Big Mac because you haven't eaten in 2 days, and someone starts beating the shit out of you with a stick and dragging you by the neck to conduct experiments on you. They're probably thinking, "Yeah, I'm starving. Please help me."
That's how I got through immigration and to get into America, mate. They just wrap something
Yeah,
around my neck and drag me through.
yeah, right. They drag you right over. Get over here. Come to the States. Welcome. Yeah, Steel gets a little overheated here.
Mm.
Little overheated with dangling this guy over the fucking railing to get eaten almost. Ding 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 ding.
Then just absolutely launches him off the thing.
Oh yeah, he goes flying.
He goes flying. That looked like a very painful landing, to be fair.
I'm about to hit an ad break. Too big. They're fast though. Good thing they're fast. Tubi like rebranded itself completely. Anybody notice that? You don't have it, so but anyone else, Tubi's like now the app was always black and red, like the icon and stuff. Now it's purple and white, and now you go on there, like the whole color scheme is different and shit. It really spooked me out earlier. I thought I was on like a brand new like streaming service that I didn't remember downloading or something. I was like, why is this called Tubi and why does it look different, completely different than usual? Yeah, see, right? Ginger knows what I mean. It looks totally different. It's like
Why?
fucking like white and purple or yellow and purple, and like like the bar instead of orange, it's yellow or like a weird like bright green color.
Can you get Tubi in
I mean, I
Australia?
dig it. It's cool looking. I dig it. It just threw me the fuck off.
Gonna say, can you get Tubi in Australia? It's like the UK, the only place where you can't get Tubi.
Probably with a VPN, you can, or maybe they just get it and they're better than you guys. Yeah, you don't have it. So.
They are better than us.
Yeah, no, much better.
I agree.
This whole thing with Miguel and her, they don't really like show that much of their like relationship or anything.
No, he did. This guy's he's just mentally just gone, and he.
Oh yeah, he's been gone. As soon as you see this character, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need a VPN, so they're better than you. See.
Yeah,
But
this guy's just
the way
broken.
Yeah, the way that he smacks her, then he just like instantly starts crying,
Mm.
holding that shit, and that just adds more to how crazy these people are going down here. I mean, Rhodes in a little bit is like ready to shoot her ass for not sitting down. Like, like
Yeah,
he's like, Dad, I'll fucking shoot you. Like, he's ready to just kill people for no reason. But then again, if they would just help each other, he'd be able to at least like make a little more progress. They can't. Human beings are the bigger monsters than the zombies.
basically, yeah.
I said, but with VPN, he gets Tubi in the States. It's got so much more. Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, the selection on Tubi, even just for horror movies, is so big that I don't even know what to fucking watch half the time. I'm looking through like a million things, and I'm like, oh, all right, that sounds good. And I'm like, actually, no, that sounds better. And then like after that, I'm like, yo, I don't even know what to watch. So I might just like not watch anything for now. Like, there's too many choices.
Oh, stop gloating. I'm
No, there's a
jealous over here.
lot of shit on Tubi, man. You got to get a VPN. And they got a lot of classic movies. It's not like all like Sharknado level like bullshit. They got a lot of that, trust me. Like, but like there's a lot of classic ones.
Like Sharknado 2.
Sharknado too, yeah, that's the classic one.
That's the best one.
That classic line from what is it? Megalodon or some shit. Is it Sharknado 3?
I
Megalodon.
died. I haven't even, mate. I didn't even get past 2. I went to 1, 2, and stopped. I just went, nah, life's too short, man. I'm not doing it.
Life's too short. I'm pretty sure it's one of them, but like it's got this famous line where this guy's like, man, he goes up to this girl and he's like rapping her, and he's like, oh man, like I'm really wired. Like, why don't you say I take you home and eat your pussy? And then it just cuts to the next scene, and they're like making out in the shower and shit. It's like the most random fucking dialogue ever. It comes out of nowhere. You're like, why don't I just take you home and eat your pussy?
Well,
It comes out of nowhere, and it's so funny. I'm pretty sure
sometimes
it's like
that line
Sharknado
works.
3. Someone will know in chat, like
Yeah,
Papsmere will know, or
let us
Ginger
know.
maybe even.
You know,
Pretty sure it's one of those Sharknadoes.
sometimes that line works, mate. Never for me, but I'm sure it's worked for other
Yeah,
people.
I'm sure it worked. I mean, it works for that guy, but that's an awful movie. So I don't think it'll work for like anything else. Yeah, the six-headed shark. I saw that. Then they have like the bad CGI gator.
Oh,
With just that name alone, why would you want to watch a movie with a terrible CGI gator in it?
exactly.
If I want to
Exactly.
watch a killer alligator movie, I want the fucking alligator to look good, like as good as it can be.
Oh, what was the other one they did? Like
Yeah,
flipping
it's something like
sand
it's like the
sharks.
second or third in a franchise of terrible like shark movies. Bad CGI Gator's fun.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if we did like make it fun. I guess
listen,
maybe I'll check it out later.
listen. I don't
Shark
mind
Attack.
watching
That's it. I knew Pat might know.
Shark
Shark
Attack
Attack
3.
3. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure it has a tagline though, like the Meg or like the Megalodon or something like that. But yeah, that's like a famous line. I remember that from like E-Bomb's World back like 20 something years ago. They used to just show like old like videos that got popular at the time. And Garbage Day was back then too. Like in the
Ooh,
same like clip of like terrible line delivery. That was like 2 of them. And damn right, they had terrible dialogue. Same with Mortal
oh,
Kombat Annihilation with
oh my
Mother, you're
god.
alive. Too bad you will die. That's another
Oh,
like worst ever. Yeah,
no, it was
Eva.
awful.
Yeah, you know what's up. I love the effect here when the zombie like reaches up out of the bed that it's on and its guts fall out.
Just starts falling out and all over the floor. Yeah, man, it's
That looks so good.
disgusting.
They
It's
filled
great though.
they built a little divot in the table so that the actor would like be down, and his stomach would be down below the top of the table, and then they
Yeah,
built a prosthetic stomach above him. That looks great. They did it the same way when Miguel and when she dreams, Miguel does the same thing.
yeah. I even like the other body where it's literally just the brain
The brain,
just
yeah, that
connected
looks
to
sick.
it. So good, man. It's so good how it still looks brilliant to this day.
Oh
Like
yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
And if they did remake it and then still CGI, it looked nowhere good, nowhere
No,
near as good.
nowhere near.
Like if you can actually see something that's actually there in front of you, like on set and shit, there's nothing that's gonna ever beat that.
No, completely agree.
I mean, unless it looks so fucking terrible. What's right in front of you, that looks awful too. But this, thankfully, this looks great.
Great work.
I
And I
always
quite,
forget about the. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I quite like the character of the Doctor. Like, I actually,
Oh, I like
he,
Frank because I
he's,
love Frankenstein. He's a great
yeah,
character.
he's actually like, I understand like what he's trying to do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
trying
what
to
happens?
understand and trying to domesticate these things and
Yeah,
trying to like make them learn and teach them.
yeah. And what happens to him is pretty harsh. Like, to be
Oh yeah,
fair, in
what
my
they
book.
do to him, that sucks. Like what they
Yeah,
do. Yeah, and yeah, the effects are, man. All the guts. I'm pretty sure they used all like actual like sheep and goat or whatever animal guts. Because I know they did for Joe Pilato's death for Captain Rhodes' kill, which is just
mm.
it's one of the greatest kills ever. When he
Oh,
gets
could you
ripped in
imagine
half.
being like one of the zombies? Imagine like having that job being one of the zombies, having to pretend to fucking eat that stuff. Oh,
Oh yeah, and to make it worse, they did that effect after they went on vacation or stopped shooting for like a week or something like that. And while they were gone, they had like 80 pounds of like sheep's guts and like fake blood and stuff in the fridge. And one of the crew, like the
oh,
cleaning crew, unplugged the fridge. So when they came
oh,
back, it all went rotten and bad. And the stench was so bad, but they didn't have money to go out and get in time to get new ones and stuff to use it. And Joe Pilato says to this day he could still smell it. And like the zombies were wafting the smell away from Pilato because he had to be in a hole for fucking hours with that stench.
oh, God.
And you could even see the zombies like they start wafting it away from themselves, like as they're pulling the guts away because the stench was that bad.
Oh, I could, no, God, no.
No,
Couldn't
yeah,
imagine.
he could still to this day. Yeah, the brain twitching though, that looks excellent. Like, that looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was Kurtzman or Berger or somebody on K&B with the effects team. His body, and he's laying in a table, and his head goes down from the neck here under the table, and the brain parts above it. I'm pretty sure that's one of the effects guys. I want to say Kurtzman, but I'm not sure. I also like about Frankenstein that it makes sense here, right here, with the guts
There
fucking
he
fall
is.
out.
This is
That looks
just,
so good.
oh, God, man. I can't even look at it.
It looks so good, still to this
Oh,
day. But it
it's
makes sense
disgusting.
how he drills him in the head. That looks great
Yeah,
too.
awesome.
It makes sense how he's hooked on this theory of his and that he wants to domesticate these things and teach them, because it would make sense that you would find something to fixate,
Mm,
like being in isolation like this and being in such a situation. Everybody's going to have their thing that's to fixate on to survive, just to not lose their mind. Flyboy, the pilot dude, he's an alcoholic. He's drinking like crazy. Like everybody has their own like little thing they focus on, and
that
it
would
makes
be
sense
me,
that
mate.
Logan. Yeah, oh, me
That
too.
would be me.
Whatever they got down there, they would. That would be definitely, and they end up surviving. So see, alcohol fucking saves lives.
Mate, I'd be drinking all the whiskey, wine,
Oh yeah,
beer, vodka, whatever
yeah.
there is.
You be fighting me for it because there's only a little bit supply. Who knows how little there is? We'll share it. We'll drink it till it's gone.
I'd be getting shift face calling zombies dick faces and everything.
It's probably exactly what all of them are doing.
Oh, he's a great character. I love this guy.
I know he's awesome.
Yeah.
Good old Irish. Just sitting there smoking joints and shit.
There's Greg Nicotero there, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, probably the best offer he's had all week.
How do you think? How long do you think they've been? How long do you think they've been down there?
Ah,
They never say really. I mean, we know Sarah and Flyboy and what's his name, Johnny.
mm,
We know that they just came in, but how long has the military been down there?
um,
They never
um,
say. I don't think.
no, but I'm
So
gonna
who knows
say
how long? I would say at least 6 months, a year, maybe even.
I was gonna say months
Yeah,
at least
maybe
because it
six
looks
months, maybe at
yeah,
least.
because it looks quite well kind of kitted out down there as well. Like it
I
hasn't
mean,
just appeared,
I mean,
if you know what I mean.
and they still have food. They say they're running out, but they still have cigarettes, like
Yeah,
enough that like a decent amount of them each have their own cigarettes and pot and alcohol and shit. So I mean, you would think in a situation like that, that shit would be like hot commodities that would be going like at the speed of light. You think
absolutely.
everything they had would be gone in a few weeks, but it seems
Oh,
like they're
I'd
doing all right after like a few months down there at least.
yeah. If I was in that situation, I'd definitely be taking smoking up again.
Oh yeah. You shouldn't. What else are you gonna do?
Exactly,
You're just waiting for the inevitable. You're just waiting for to get eaten or you kill yourself so you don't get eaten.
exactly. I'd be drinking and smoking. That's what I'd be doing.
I love how he like, yeah, pretends to shoot her and then he says like, no, like I'm fucking
No,
serious. Like shoot her.
yeah.
He plays such a like it is such an over the top role like as a villain, but it works so well for the movie.
Oh yeah.
He's such a great villain, Rhodes.
And when it gets to his death scene, man, you
Oh,
love it.
you're just waiting for it.
Just love it. Like nearly everybody that gets killed by zombies in this movie deserve it. You
Oh
don't
yeah.
feel bad for them at all.
Oh, you're
You know.
rooting for the zombies.
Yeah, you pretty much are rooting for the zombies by the end of this movie, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Just to see the effects.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you better go and sit back down.
Yeah, Johnny's always not Johnny Flyboy. He's always trying to protect Sarah. So
Mm,
he saved her life a few times in this movie.
he does.
Especially he's mad loyal too. Because like later on near the end, when he says like I'm not gonna fly you if you don't let them
Mm,
out. He's like, I
yep.
will not fly you, Rhodes. Actually, this video, when I did my video for Day of the Dead, that's where my logic of always trust a Jamaican came from. Because of Johnny. I said
Yeah.
always trust a Jamaican. They are correct always. But make sure they're an actual Jamaican before you take the advice seriously. But this guy's straight, he's Jamaican.
And especially ones who can fly.
Yes, see, that's another bonus. Jamaicans who can fly, that's even better. So
And
always
have
trust
helicopters.
flying Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that type of
400,000 to 1. Yeah.
yeah, that's awful, man. 400,000. Yeah, Pilatos was able to still smell the and taste in his mouth the smell of those guts.
Oh, he earns his pay that day. He's
He's
just
so
such a
good
nice.
without. Yeah, just all the energy he put into just like the yelling and shit. Like it's
He's
over the
just
top, but it's
he's
great.
just such an angry fucker. Like,
Oh, yeah, you don't know what the fuck's going on, what they're doing down there.
the thing is, man, he's the most kind of like over the top character in this movie. Like he
Yeah,
overacts so much, but
and
it
it's
works.
awesome. Yeah, it works
Yeah,
perfect.
it just works. Like he's acting in a completely different movie, but for however reason, it just works.
Oh yeah, his role, even just his intense eyes and stuff.
Yeah,
But I love how Frankenstein like fucking chills him out and like gets the whole room under control.
yeah.
I mean, they gotta listen to him. He's a scientist. I mean, until they don't, and they drill his ass full of holes.
Oh yeah. So they completely fuck him up. Like
But and it's awful for poor Frankenstein.
I feel for him. Yeah,
I feel for Bub even more.
yeah,
Bub gets pissed off that Frankenstein's dead. He's like, "Oh, my boy Frankenstein. What are you doing? He's dead. Wake up, wake up."
yeah.
Yeah, wake up. I like look at this movie as the revenge of Bub. He loses his buddy Frankenstein, and
Yeah.
then he goes on a killing spree trying to get to the guy who killed his friend. And in the
Yeah.
end, he just lets his friends do it.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I thought would have been cool if they used like that character of Bud and had him be like the main zombie in like Land of the Dead and
That would
kind
be
of
cool.
used like would have followed. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, like go from there, and with
Yeah.
like him being, and maybe him like being more evolved
Yeah.
than the other zombies, which he
Yeah.
clearly is in this. So who knows after
Yeah.
how much time if he evolves even more.
Yeah.
Like if he can learn on his own. Ever since like Frankenstein like taught him things,
Mm,
pretty sure he could probably learn things on his own, like
yeah.
from there.
He's definitely like the most evolved out the zombies, isn't he?
Yeah, oh for
And I
sure.
think that's probably where like the idea for probably Land of the Dead came from, with the main zombie in that one kind of
Yeah.
take what they did with Bud in this one, and then like
Well, I know with this movie they wanted to. It was a much bigger like script
mm,
that Romero wrote, and he had like I think the budget he wanted was double what the budget was. I think it was 7 million, if I recall correctly, was what he wanted. I think the budget ended up being half that, 3.5 million. So he had to like make a lot of cuts to the story, and a lot
yeah,
of it did end up in Land of the Dead because it was like 20 something years later, and he was able to have that money then.
yeah,
But like this was supposed to be on a much grander scale of a movie. So I
mm.
mean, even just the fact that he had to cut back a lot of stuff, it still turned out just a fucking masterpiece to me.
It probably did the movie a favor that he had to do it
Yeah, you
as
never know
well. You
because
know,
it could have been maybe too long. The pacing could have been thrown off by being another hour long or something like that, or half hour, and who knows?
yeah,
Because I think the pacing's great in this, which I
oh
said a
yeah,
lot. Some people do say it's slow, but I think the way the tension builds between everyone down there. So by the time you reach the ending, it's such a big payoff
yeah.
after all the interpolitics and shit and going wrong between the scientists and the military and all that.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, and I do. I understand it to a point as well. When some people say it's a bit slow, I do get it.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely see where
I do get
where
it, but
people
it's
come from.
never bothered me at all.
No, I love all the dialogue. I love all
Yeah,
the characters.
same.
Yeah, it says people that say, yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, I feel like Dawn is a little more boring, like out of the three. Like maybe
Yeah,
like
don't.
near the midsection before like Savini's bike gang shows up and stuff, it drags a bit.
Yeah, I like Dawn of the Dead as well, but it's probably my
I
least
do too.
favorite. I would say.
Yeah, nowadays it is for me too.
Yeah,
Night went up a decent amount for me the last few
yeah.
times I watched it.
Oh,
I
it's
feel like I gained a lot more appreciation for it as I got
oh
older in life than when I first saw it.
Yeah, I love Night of the Living Dead. I think it's brilliant.
Oh yeah,
Really
and
do.
there's so many classic scenes in it,
Yeah,
and the ghouls still look fucking scary. Like even and the black and white decision is great. I mean,
yeah.
I've seen the colored version a few times. It's all right.
The
The black
black
and
and
white is the way to watch it.
white's the way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like the Mist, they had like when they released that on DVD, they had a
Mm,
black and white version of it. I like watching that movie in black and white. It works. Like it actually works a lot better in black and white. One, because it hides a little bit more of the CGI,
mm,
and it just like the atmosphere. It works for the black and white look.
mm. Oh, I could imagine it. I haven't watched it in black and white, but I could imagine it works. That movie is depressing as fuck, man. Like,
Because the ending, I know, man. That was
Jesus.
that. I've read the short story, and it's nowhere near as dark. And when King said when the movie came out, he said he prefers Daramont's ending, like because of just how fucking dark it is. Because
Oh,
in
it's
in the novel, I think they just hear on the radio that like they hear a broadcast on the radio that like gives them hope that they might be able to survive, but then it leaves it open.
mm.
But that of just what he has to do, and then coming out, and then help just arrives.
Oh,
Yo,
it's
that's like
nuts.
the biggest fuck you from the universe like you could ever get. Like, oh, I can't imagine.
It's heart wrenching.
Oh
Absolutely heart
yeah,
wrenching. You know?
that effect with Miguel was cool when
Yeah.
the guts spill out. Yeah, this guy's got all the alcohol, the Irish dude. It totally makes sense. Here's a version of Night of the Living Dead that was released with new footage that was filmed in the late '90s. It's so bad. I
I
was
believe
expecting like
so.
maybe something good, but no, it's so bad. And yeah, the miss is just like the ending is a gut punch. Like for sure, that is such a
God, yeah.
that shit scars you. It's
I
like,
mean that
oh man, this guy. And then you don't even have a bullet that left to kill yourself. You don't even after all that. Like, god damn it, you can't even end your own life after going through. You got to live with that. That is sucks.
yeah. That ending stayed with me for a long time
Yeah, that's why you
after I
always
watched
count
it.
your shots. You know, always, always count your shots. Make sure you got one left if you're planning on killing yourself and everybody.
What I love with this guy here, he's got brandy, which I love brandy. Brandy will probably be one of my favorite drinks, but his
Yeah,
flask is
right.
fucking huge.
Yeah, I know. I love it. He's always got the alcohol.
He's always got
And
a
then
brandy.
and then this too. I love how it's like they're in the trailer and they deck it out to look like a tropical island and stuff. Great idea. I mean,
Yeah.
like if you to make it look like you're in a better place than you are, like psychologically, that works. It has an effect on you.
But that's also as well as just trying to live life as normal as you possibly can in that kind
Yeah,
of situation. You know, just
yeah,
normalizing things around you. You know,
yeah. And just and the tropical music, the lights they got. He's just chilling there, sipping a drink.
what would be hard as well, especially being down there, is like obviously like no daylight, no sun, no air, no nothing.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's just like you're in basically in a cave. Like
Yeah,
this is like the caves lead into this place.
I mean that's got to affect you.
Oh yeah. I mean, it depends how much brandy and shit he's got. I guess. I mean, maybe like if he's got like fucking gallons of that shit,
Well,
like kegs or something, then it won't really affect you for a few months. Like,
yeah. If you had a load of bottles of brandy, I think you wouldn't give a fuck, really, would you?
yeah,
The only way I'd go back up into the daytime anyway would be to get more brandy.
yeah, you
It's
got to
the
do
only way you're
supply
getting me up
runs
there.
now and then.
Yeah,
Definitely got to do supply runs.
it's the only way you're getting me back up there. Brandy's run out. Right, let's go. Other than that, I wouldn't be brave enough.
I love how he says, just like, he just wants to get the fuck out of here. This guy is Jamaican, and he's the smartest one there is. That's why you always trust goddamn Jamaicans, because they're fucking the smartest ones there are. This guy's been wanting to get out of this place, get out and onto an island so they can spend out the rest of whatever days they got, sipping on drinks by the beach. And
Mhm.
he's been saying it since day one when they landed the helicopter here. And they end up doing just that at the end. So they could have skipped all this horrific shit that happens, just went
Yeah.
right to the island and just been sipping on drinks at this point. See, if you just listen to Jamaicans, it's going to save you a lot of time, people, okay? Remember that. And they're always happy. Have you ever met a said Jamaican? The answer is no to that for everybody. No one's ever met a said Jamaican person, ever. I've never met one. I've been on a few cruises down to the Caribbean and shit, Jamaica. I've never met a sad one. Never. They are always happy, smiling. Always stoned, most likely. That's probably why they're always smiling. But
Oh, 100%.
but they've never seen a sad one.
You ever seen a
You
sad
can,
Jamaican?
no, you can see a Jamaican person can see his father like fall out of a plane from the sky and land in front of him, and he'll still not be able to put a smile on his face. They're always happy. It's impossible. It's not in their DNA. If I had any Jamaican supporters and followers, they'd weigh in here and they could say I'm right, but I don't. That I know of have anyone from Jamaica that follows.
I don't think I have any neither, mate. So
I
you're
think
right.
that's why I've been able to get away with all the Jamaican jokes ever since this video when I did this movie and started that. When I bring in that whole Jamaican fan base, I might have to reassess, depending on public opinion. Yeah, this dispensary is mad good near me, and Chucky Chucky sells great stuff. Chucky's my supplier. The Kill Doll. Yeah, seriously. Next time I'm there, I gotta take a picture and send it to you. Because you
Please
go
do
laugh
it.
hysterically. You're gonna be like, "Yo, that is Chucky."
Chucky.
And when last time I was at the dispensary, I said that to him. Not to him, but I said it near him. And I think it was one of the managers or something, and he heard me. And him and the girl next to him who worked there too started laughing. And I'm like, "Well, he does, right?" And they're like, "That might stick around here." So imagine if everyone starts calling this guy Chucky who works with him, and he doesn't even know why that I started it. Oh man, Chucky the drug dealer.
Chucky the drug dealer.
The legal marijuana drug dealer.
He thought he'd have a bit of a career change.
Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to space next year, apparently. So let me take a little break before I go launch my ass from the White House into outer space. You hear that? He's going to space in season 4.
I saw something.
Yeah,
I saw
he's going to
something
outer
like
space.
that. Yeah.
Or possibly like Don Mancini's like asking people on Twitter first, which I mean that just tells me you shouldn't do it. When you gotta ask your fan base, are you sure you want Chucky to go to space? That kind of seems like you're not too sure on the whole idea. Then whether it's a good idea or not, because to me that doesn't seem like a great idea. But
Well,
at this point
look,
with
listen,
Chucky, it's like whatever. I like
listen.
whatever they do with him at this point.
If Pinhead has been to space, Jason's been
Yeah,
to space, the
Leprechaun,
Leprechaun's been to space. You
Critters.
might as well throw fucking Chucky up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, and Chucky's just a character that works in any type of humorous situation for me.
Exactly.
I wouldn't really mind it. I don't really want to see it, but but if it happens, sure, fine. Chucky in space, let's do it. Let's rock.
Chucky versus Predator.
Imagine, Chucky versus Predator. I could see it. I could see Chucky getting fucking obliterated in like the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then it's over. The credits,
That's
and it
that's
just rolls.
that's
It's
what
not
should
even a
happen.
movie; it's just a trailer. It's a trailer that shows the whole movie in 5 minutes. It's done.
That's what should happen.
Yeah.
Literally, the movie should just be Chucky just chatting shit to the Predator. Next minute, that Predator thing that he has on his shoulder should just go,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I pictured.
see ya.
Just laser, boom, flames like a million pieces of particles.
Charles Lee Ray is all over the place.
And movie's over. Credits roll.
The end.
Yo, what's up, Johnny? How you doing, buddy? The Deadites got me.
Yeah, he's
I love Deadites.
talking about my little skit that I did before the Evil Dead 2
Oh,
reboot.
Evil Dead 2. I gotta
Yeah,
watch the Evil Dead 2 one.
yeah. It's terrible, mate, but
That's
it made me laugh.
another top one. Oh, yeah, that's all that matters, you know. I just do shit on my in my videos because it makes me laugh.
I wasn't even gonna put it on with it, and I thought, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll leave it there.
That's what I do with bloopers. I'll be like, yeah, whatever, I'll leave that. I love the little Stephen King reference that there's a copy of, was it Pet Cemetery? I think on the table.
All right, okay. I don't notice that.
I think, is it Pet Cemetery? Because Pet Cemetery, no, the movie came out in 89.
89, yeah.
The book, I think came out in 85, maybe? Maybe that's why it's on the table. Pretty sure it's Pet Cemetery. But I know there's a Stephen King book. Doom, ding, ding, doom. That little circus type music. I love that.
It's great.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2 is another top movie for me and Dave also.
Oh, well, God, yeah, absolutely.
That's like my favorite horror comedy of all time. That's the top 10 movie too for me.
And it's when Ash Williams was properly born.
Oh yeah, when it was actually Ash and not Ashley no more.
Yeah. Ash Williams, one of the greatest characters in horror movie history ever, or just in movie history.
Yeah. And he deserves an award for the most pain taken and sustained by an actor in horror. The guy just is a punch bag for himself.
I think I said in my review. I can't remember, but I think like what I love about Ashley Williams is it's like he's the hero, but he gets fucked up in Evil Dead 2. Like,
oh yeah,
just gets battered all the way through it.
It's so great, and just what he was willing to do, and do all that shit to himself, just to entertain.
Fucking Sam Raimi just likes torturing his actors, like Bruce Campbell more so.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. Is that when you know it's an in joke between the two of them, and he's making him do shit that he doesn't even use in the movie at all. You just like start smacking yourself in the face with this object over and over again, or go line dance with these skeleton women, and then like, "Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious."
And he's throwing lines to him. Say this.
Get him to do anything. Yeah, and then he says like to the DP, "I can get him to do anything." See? Like that's so funny. Just knowing that makes it so much more charming.
Brilliant. Salem's Lot. That's what it is.
Salem's Lot. Okay, that makes more sense.
It's okay because I've just seen it. It's just seen it. I went, oh, there it is. Salem's Lot.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Salem's Lot. He seems to like it.
Yeah. There's Bud Boo's got himself a little razor.
Even zombies can enjoy Stephen King.
Oh, he's caught himself in the mirror. That's how I look every morning.
Like Bub?
Like Bub, yeah. I feel like him.
Oh, I feel like Bub sometimes. I think we all feel a little bubbish.
Bubbish. Is his name Bub or Bud? Like what's he called?
Oh, Bub.
Bub.
B-U-B. Yeah, Bub.
B-U-B. Bub.
Like Bubba, but Bub.
I'll just call him Dave.
What? All right, it could be Dave. Oh, this is when they want to kill his ass. This is when he gives his report. And this is what I've done so far. And this is all you've done so far. The guy who plays Bub did such a great job too. I
I
always forget the actor's name.
yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Just the mannerisms, the facial expressions.
It's all that, mate, as well, and he's got no dialogue whatsoever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and
it's amazing.
believe it or not, man, that's harder to do. Is
Oh
act
yeah,
with no words, with no dialogue to say.
yeah.
Everything's
Just
just
using your expression, especially with prosthetics on your face, like heavy prosthetics.
yeah. Takes talent to do
Oh
that.
yeah, I love Bub. He's my favorite zombie.
Yes, he inspired my name for my channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome. You gotta love Bub. I mean, I know people love the Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead, but like I've
mm.
said, that's not really a movie I've ever really loved and adored.
Yeah. I like the movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I like
Like
it.
the very now and then, like once in a blue moon that I'll throw it on.
Yeah, but I don't love it as much as a lot of other horror fans do,
Yeah, I
or
know
zombie fans.
Ginger loves Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people love it. Like I feel we're definitely in the minority.
Oh, we are, mate. Yeah, I know. And I'm not saying like I do like the movie. Like
Yeah,
it's
like it's just
but
one I never throw on really. Like maybe every 5 years, maybe I'll throw that movie on.
same. But I do love Tarmando.
Yeah.
I think Tarman looks great.
Oh, the whole cast is great in that movie.
It's just the two. Why I don't love Return of the Living Dead? It's just the two main characters. They just drive me insane. Just the amount of crying and screaming that they do throughout the movie. It just drills into my head like there. And
Yeah.
they just irritate the fuck out of me, you know. And
I mean, Linnea Quigley, which is great.
well, she's pleasant.
Oh, she's always pleasant. The worst in the sequel. Yeah, I think
Now,
I've never seen past two.
now I will disagree on this one. I don't think they are. I find them bearable in the sequel. They don't drive me insane as much as they did in the first movie
Ugh.
at all. Um, I prefer, and I'm in the minority on this one as well. And I said this in my review for the movie as well. I actually prefer part two over part one.
I can see that. Actually, I've heard that
Yeah,
opinion for sure.
yeah.
That people like two over the first
I
one.
just,
There's like
I
what, five of them now, I think. Because there
I
were some later ones.
believe
There's like
so.
Necropolis. There's like a 2000s one or something like that, and then there's
I,
another one.
I believe so. Yeah, I've seen bits of Return of the Living Dead 3. I've never
Yeah,
like watched it.
I know people like the first three, and then after that, don't care for the rest.
Yeah, I've never watched it like all the way through from like start, middle, end. I need to. I want to actually because I want to review it. I've reviewed the first two. I might as well review part three as well.
Yeah, I
But
mean that's what happens. I get if I do a movie that's in a franchise, and it just has to be finished like the franchise.
oh, I'll never review part four, part five, mate. I'm not putting myself through it.
See, I wish I was like that. I was able to do that because I would, if I did it, I would have to. That's why I'm doing Critters 5 in the web series. After
I'm
Critters
just,
4 was awful.
I'm not doing it. But
What's up, Echo? Echo, Echo.
how you doing, mate? But I always remember, like growing up in our local video store, like Return Living Dead Part Three poster was like
I
just
remember the
on the
poster
wall.
too.
Yeah,
Echo's another big fan of Return of the Living Dead.
a, yeah. A lot of people are.
Oh yeah, I love that neck rip there, the neck bite.
Mm.
We might be a few seconds off because of ads and shit. But when they're shooting the zombies and stuff, and then the guy gets his throat ripped out,
Yeah.
that looks really good. And then Miguel goes and stabs the zombie.
Yeah.
And what time are you on right now?
Oh, I think it's just a little bit. It's okay. I'm only like a few seconds, kind
Did
of.
he get Did Miguel get his arm cut off yet or not?
Not yet. No.
Okay, all right, so we're good though. That's a very cool looking effect too. I know they had to refilm it. They did it once and it didn't look real enough,
Yeah.
and then they did it a second time, and that's the cut that they used. But they just put his arm in the ground and had the fake arm there, but the cauterizing it and everything, that all looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool. But it actually just slides the arm away.
Yeah. This. Oh. Hang on, I'll just go a few seconds ahead here.
Trying to
Ouch.
locate 4 and 5 on DVD or Blu-ray is difficult or pricey. Really?
The, the thing is, after she like just bashed his head in to like knock him out, I think he'd be dead with that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it depends how hard you're smashing him in the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. She gave him like two good blows. Like it wouldn't matter if he cut his arm
Oh
off; he's
yeah.
fucking dead.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that fire woke his ass up though.
Oh God, it did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine the
No
pain of that, man?
fucking way. It looks great though. That effect.
It does.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Be an entertaining host.
I'll try my best. Sorry, guys. I'm getting I'm getting too much into the movie again. Let's have a look here. What's that, Philip? Dave, do a little dance. Okay. There you go. There's my little dance for you. I would dance more, but I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely knackered. It's like 1:20 in the morning for us here. I've got to try and be a little bit quiet as well because everyone else is asleep. Midday in Australia now, is it, mate? Yeah. Day drinking required. Absolutely. Why not? Go for it. How you doing, Professor? You all right, mate? What would be your beverage of choice if you were to go day drinking? What would you be having? Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, JT's just nipped off. I'll nip off himself. When JT comes back, just tell him I'll be back. Oh, there you go. He's back.
Yes, I am.
I was literally just going to nip to the bathroom then as well. I was like, well, why
There you
not?
go. Yeah,
I'll run away.
feel it. Go right ahead, buddy.
I entertained the troops.
What's up, Professor?
I didn't really.
Yeah, that's all right. We do a little. Hey, what's up, Phil? Phil said do a little dance. You didn't do a dance to them, you motherfucker, right? How is everybody on this Friday night? It's Friday, right? Yeah. Yes, it is. The weekend just started. Actually, good timing for Dave to go to the bathroom because I got an ad. We are almost to like the final. No, we got 40 minutes. Half hour or so of this movie, which is some of the best ever on film. Midday in Australia, day drinking required. Day drinking should be allowed and required everywhere. Oh, she's all torn apart about Miguel. Like, do they know that you by cutting off like where they got bit, he got bit on the arm by cutting it off, that it might save him? How do they know that? Is that something that like Frankenstein did a study on? Because they never really explained how they know. Or maybe they're just doing it hoping that like it would stop an infection. Always trust Jamaicans, people. Feeling my life waste away, but it pays the bills and buys the booze. There you go.
There you go. I'm
Didn't
back.
didn't work for Sexy Broad Chick and Rec 3. Damn, that chick was sexy. I don't think I ever saw Rec 3 and 4. Or if I did, it was very long ago when they came out.
I
I don't think
which
I
one.
have Rec. I know I saw 2. And I know I've seen Quarantine and I've seen the sequel to Quarantine.
I think I've only ever seen the first one, actually. I don't think I've seen like Rec 2. I don't think I have.
It was a fun one.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3 and 4, I don't recall. If I did, then it was a long while ago.
Oh, I definitely haven't seen 3 or 4. I know that. I think, have I seen 2? if I have, I've completely forgotten it. Or I might have been intoxicated at the time. Maybe did I watch it pissed? I don't know.
That's like usually a reason I don't remember movies too, if I've seen them or not.
Mate, it's my only reason.
It depends on what the watch experience was like.
Absolutely. I don't think I have seen Rec 2 though. No, but I have seen the first one. Definitely. And I saw the American version, Quarantine.
Yeah, Quarantine is good just because of Jennifer Carpenter.
Yeah. I like Quarantine. I thought it was the
they
sequel
did a good
to that
job
one.
of making it was pretty faithful to the original.
It was pretty faithful, yeah. The sequel shit though. The Terminal one.
Yeah, the Quarantine 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that good. I don't care for it.
No.
This is always an effect I forget with the head. Yeah, I always forget about this effect every time until I see it.
And that's so creepy though, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure that's one of the crew members too. Like one of K and B. I always forget what Howard Berger looks like. I'm pretty sure it only affects people or somebody who was helping K and B and Savini and stuff. That they molded his head. So good. And that's like it's funny because like who did the score for this? Was this John Harrison, who did other Romero films. I think he did Land. I'm pretty sure he did Diary too. I don't know about Survival. Right. And there's a few other movies he did over the years too. But his music in this, like compared to like other zombie films, especially like Italian zombie movies around this time, like
Mm,
Fulci's Zombie and Fulci's City of the Living Dead, the music is just so different and gives it
mm.
like such a different tone. And,
It
like
does.
especially like Fabio Frizzi stuff for like Fulci's
Yeah,
zombie movies.
it's quite unique, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like you say, it doesn't have its typical kind of score what you'd associate with these kind of movies, like zombie movies.
Yeah. It's just like very
If
like
you
not cheery, but like I don't know, it
no,
always hopeful is like the word I've always used to describe
yes,
it.
yeah, hopeful. And if you were just to, like, some random Joe on the street or whatever played that piece of music and say, right, what kind of movie do you think that's from? No way would
Oh yeah,
anyone
yeah,
say
yeah.
a
I think it's a
zombie horror
zombie
movie.
movie. Yeah, no. Exactly. It sounds
No
more
way.
like something like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, or the mutilator.
Yeah. Or the Mutilator too.
Mutilator
We'll
too.
never know unless it comes out.
We'll never see the light of day.
That's a great movie, Horror in the High Desert. It's a fun little fake documentary, found footage esque movie. The second one's all right. He's working on. I've talked to the director. He's working on a third and fourth one. I think simultaneously.
All right,
That's
okay.
supposed to expand on the other two, like the first two. But the first two are fun. But the first one is vastly superior.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, Professor, with all these. Like Dawn is my least favorite now. Dawn used to be my second favorite, and then Night just grew a lot of. I grew a lot of respect and love for Night over the years.
Hmm.
But Dawn's still awesome. They're all awesome. They're all just absolute classics for
Yeah.
each decade. Like you had Night of the Living Dead for the late '60s, you had Dawn for the late '70s, and then you had this in the mid '80s.
Day in the 80s, yeah.
You had you had Night of the Living Dead the remake for the '90s, Survive Land in the 2000s,
Yeah.
Diary was 2009 or 2010, and Survival was like I think a few years after that.
Yeah. Think it, well, what was like Land of the
Me
Dead?
too, right? Mutilated too. We just want to see it, just to see how bad it is now. I mean, how can you not want to see how bad it is?
I think Land of the Dead came out, what was that, about like 2004, 2005, around then, wasn't it?
2003, 4, 5, yes,
Yeah,
mid 2000s, I think.
yeah. And yeah, I think you're right with Diary of the Dead. I think Diary was 2008, I think.
Yeah, 8 or
If I
9, I
remember
think.
right. Yeah.
The others Land. Yeah, that's like usually the ranking that I do see is Land, Diary, Survival in order of release.
Well, Frankenstein's just been
Frankenstein's
absolutely massive.
about
Yeah. Yeah.
or Frankenstein,
It's just been filled with bullets.
and Bub's gonna be pissed. Bub is gonna be furious.
Goodbye, Frankenstein. Bye.
Oh, poor Frankenstein, man. But we're coming up soon on the end. Some of the best endings to a fucking horror movie.
Absolutely.
Might be my favorite ending to a horror film, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's my fifth favorite movie of all time. My fourth is not a horror movie. My second's not a horror movie. The Thing doesn't have my favorite ending. This would beat that. And Evil Dead 2 would get beat by this. Yeah, it might be my favorite horror ending. At least The Last of the Mohegans is my favorite movie ending ever.
That's a brilliant film.
Oh, yeah, that's my second favorite movie ever. It's
Yeah.
just an absolute masterpiece.
Great choice, mate. I haven't seen that for a long time.
The last 10 minutes of that movie is just absolutely fantastic.
Mm.
When they go running up with the cinematography and the score, and they're on the battling on the cliff sides and shit.
Yeah.
Frankenstein is dead.
Frankenstein.
Now they want to take Flyboy.
Yeah.
He killed Logan because he was a butcher. That's his excuse.
Get your ass out here, fly boy.
He saw Land in the cinema. Some dude sparking up and watching it high as fuck, freaked out. Oh boy.
It wasn't you, was it?
I don't remember Land of the Dead too much.
I did, yeah. I went to the cinema to watch it as well, myself, actually,
I
thinking
think
about it.
I saw Diary in the theaters. I
Me
didn't see
too.
Survival in theaters. I know that.
Yeah. Well, I just started working at the cinema when I had that job when Diary of the Dead
Yeah.
came out. So, yeah, I remember watching that myself at the cinema. But yeah, I went to watch Land of the Dead. Yeah, I enjoy Land of the Dead. I need to give it a rewatch. It's been a while.
I definitely enjoy it. I just don't remember much from it. Rats Night of Terror is a great movie, and yeah, that's a great ending too. And yeah, the Mist ending is just ridiculous. Maybe he said a maybe. The effects in Land I remember being very very good.
Yeah, they are. And
Like maybe
Dennis Hopper plays a
yeah,
good
Dennis
part in that as
Hopper.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's
maybe
also
the other
Simon Pegg.
dude.
Simon Pegg's in that movie as well. You know,
And there's another one too who's in it. I can't think of now. There's somebody else who's in it.
Edgar Wright, Edgar Wright, I think.
Oh, Edgar Wright's
Edgar
in it
Wright,
too.
yeah,
There's a few. There's still a good cast in that movie.
yeah.
I think
Decent movie.
Diary just doesn't work for some people, like especially the people who don't like found footage movies. But as somebody who likes a decent amount of found footage movies, I think Diary is very entertaining.
I'd have to give. Do you know what, mate? I'll have to give it a second go around and
Yeah, it's worth
rewatch
it.
it.
It's worth giving it another watch.
Yeah, I will do actually. Because, like I say, I've only ever
Echo
seen it
right.
once. Echo
That's
Wright.
right. H.R. Argento's in it. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, she's beautiful. You know.
Oh yeah, dude, you should follow her Instagram. Fucking her, she always puts like half pretty much naked pictures and shit up.
I
She's
don't,
fucking
but she'll get a
gorgeous.
new follower.
She'll get a new follower in a minute or two.
She's definitely got a new follower tonight. The moment this film finishes.
That's funny. Yeah, I like this. How Flyboy is just like, no, I'm not flying. Like if you
Yeah.
don't let them go, like he's dedicated.
Well, there we go. Oh, could you imagine that having to go into like a deep, dark cave just filled
No
with zombies?
fucking way. And then for some reason, the light's red and blue like a Giallo Italian
Yeah.
movie. Like, it looks great though. I don't
looks-
know why the lights look like that. Like it's a dark ass cave they're in.
No, but it cinematically, it's
Oh, it looks
fantastic.
fantastic. It really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Steel knocks him out. Almost.
yeah. Flyboy's getting his ass kicked.
I love it. It's like, come on, Johnny. Counting on you to fly us to the promised land.
Not such. Oh, there we go. That's not a good sound.
Poor Miguel, man. If he didn't just if he, I mean, I get it. He got his arm amputated. He knows he's dying. He's like, I'm taking all these fuckers with me, I guess. But he knows Sarah's down there.
That's the thing, man. Yeah, it doesn't.
It's like, why would you want to do that and cause a big ass situation for Sarah and Flyboy and Johnny?
That is true, but like as he's mentally gone, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I mean he's been, like we said, he's been gone since day one, right? Or since we first see him.
Yeah, he's checked out. So
yeah, it's true. That's right with like Kozamo and everyone.
yeah.
Man, I remember that old Super Mario Brothers movie. How bad it was. I mean, it was fun back then, but it's terrible now.
Mate, I went. When did that come out? I think that came out in '93.
90, yeah, early 90s.
And I went to the cinema to watch it.
Oh, that sucks.
And I know, mate, I know. And even back then, I was sat there watching it, going, "This is nothing like the game whatsoever."
Like, I know. It's like what the hell are they thinking? It's like if any game that you wanted to see like a cartoon version of, it's Mario. Like you don't want to see a live action Mario. Why? I mean, I'm glad it finally got. Did you see the newer movie, the animated one?
I really enjoyed it.
I really liked it.
So
great. I thought it was great.
Oh, that's a good effect
That's
as
what
well.
we should have got in the 90s. Oh,
Yeah,
the shovel effect?
the
Yeah.
shovel.
I
Yeah,
think it's very interesting that we got the same effect, the same kill in Reanimator the same year.
yeah.
This came out the
Oh,
same year, and that's what Jeffrey Combs does to the Doctor.
do you know that's another film I need to rewatch and jump on again?
Oh, I love
Reanimator. I haven't seen that for a long time. I love it. I love
That's
that
one of the
movie.
best mad scientist films.
It's so funny as well.
Maybe the best. Oh, it's
Yeah,
hilarious. It's so good. And just the trio of, I think, greatest like horror trio ever with Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs and Stuart Gordon directing.
yeah. I'll need to review that at some point. Just make an excuse to watch it again.
Yeah, everything that the three of them did. From Beyond after that, and then Castle
Ooh,
Freak and Dagon.
Castle Freak. God.
Just so
Yeah.
many. The three of them working together. That everything they did was golden.
God, Castle Freak. Bloody hell, man. I haven't seen that in a long time.
That still holds up. That's one of my favorite full moon movies, if not my favorite.
Yeah, I need to.
That's
Yeah.
like a full moon film that's actually good and like serious and like it's like not like trying to be ridiculous, and actually is pretty creepy.
Yeah. It's
And that's because of Stuart Gordon directing.
yeah. I do remember it. Well, when I watched it, I do remember enjoying it. It's been a
They
while
made
though.
they made a remake of it, which actually isn't bad.
All right.
They switched genders of the Castle Freak, and it actually leads to like a disgusting ass scene later on in the movie.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's not really funny. It's funny when you watch it. It wouldn't be funny happened to you.
I might jump on there. I might start doing some full moon reviews actually. Just make an excuse to
They're
like.
so much fun. Those are some fun ass movies to do videos on. I love doing full moon stuff.
I'm not going to touch Puppet Master, mate. I've seen how much pain I
Yeah,
put you through.
yeah,
I'm leaving that one
get
alone.
like 3 and then just never go ever past that. Unless you just want to waste your time with whatever precious life that you have ahead of you, hopefully a long time. If you want to waste any of that though, don't go past like the 3rd one.
I just love how he takes that zombie out with the shovel with one hit, absolutely twats it. Like zombie just spins
Goes
onto the floor.
flying, yeah. That head goes a decent amount of way.
Yeah,
He like twirls too, the zombie.
he does. Yeah,
When he gets there, and then immediately picks the flask up. This guy,
yeah.
and there's
See if
nothing
he's,
in it. There's
yeah,
nothing in it.
see if he's got any brandy left.
He's got no. Why is all the rum gone? I love the lighting here, though. Yeah, even though where's it coming from?
It's
Don't matter.
fantastic.
It looks so good. It's very like similar to Fulci's City of the Living Dead, and at the end in the crypt.
Mm. Oh, there you
I
go.
love that headshot. That looks very, very close to like Creep Show, and it makes sense because same effects artists and
Yeah.
stuff. Creep Show and Something to Tide You Over when they get shot at with Liam Nielsen.
Mm.
And he
There they
gets,
are.
yeah, here they come. This is
There
it.
they come.
He just gets and lays down on this elevator. Lets these zombies devour his ass.
Just. Oh, mate. It's the shot where the elevator starts moving down and then you just see them all stood there.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's just,
I know.
it's such a, oh, holy shit moment. It's just like, oh, fuck. Like,
and they know exactly what's up.
oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that zombie. The zombie dressed up as a clown. I love that one.
I'm pretty sure and I love that neck rip too, when they bite his neck apart.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you see the clown zombie again in Land.
You see him a couple of times.
Or maybe he was in Dawn. I think he's in Dawn. Yeah, that's what it is. And then he's in this one.
There we go. It's on its way down.
Yeah, and they're freaking. I mean, I've been running a long way like
Oh,
before they start running. Like once I heard the elevator like coming down.
mate, the moment I just saw that, I'd be like trap 6. I'd be poof, gone. See you later.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not hanging around that. No
No,
good can come
that's
from
such a
that
great
situation,
shot.
mate.
The wide
Awesome.
shot with all of them on it,
Yeah.
and the one falls off the elevator.
It falls down. Yeah.
That was funny too. Well, oh man, these guys just get mauled
Yeah.
in the greatest way possible.
Rhodes has the right idea, though. He's just fucking hauling ass out of there.
Romero, seen that Found Romero movie, the one with the old people and the amoebas. I heard of it, but I haven't seen it. I have
No, I
not
haven't
seen
seen
it.
it
What's
either.
the name of it? Yeah, no, I definitely heard of it, but I never saw it.
Horror one, I take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have a lot more of those carts. If I was down there, I'd have a lot more of those just in case.
Rhodes locking the door on them as well. What a bastard.
It shows just how big of a dick he is.
He's just such a
Like,
knobhead.
nah, fuck you guys. Like, I'm surviving this.
Oh, there's Bob.
Yeah.
Just seen his mate.
Oh, he's pissed.
It's such a good performance, though. It's like just right now, just all the facial expression, like just realizing that Frankenstein's dead, and it's does such a good job. Like,
Just all like his eyebrows and stuff.
Yeah.
All his facial expressions are great.
and you kind of feel for him as well. Like I feel sorry for a zombie. You know what I mean?
The amusement park, it's called. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of it. I never saw it though. Makes me interested though.
Yeah, I'd check
I
it
like
out.
to check out a Romero film. That's not another Romero film. That's not a zombie movie,
It's not a
which
zombie
was
one.
rare.
Oh, fucking
That's why I
Eddie
love
Bob.
Monkey Shines is great, and Season of the Witch is great. Creep Show. Right here when it kicks in. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
just
dun, dun.
look.
From here to the end of the movie, it's just fucking
Yeah.
one of the greatest to a movie. Right here with
Hey.
Torres.
Yeah, here he is, mate. Sorry, mate, you are fucked. Here we go. Oh, it's the fingers in the eyes, and his head's getting pulled
Yeah,
up.
and that's the guy with the fingers in the eyes is
Yeah.
one of the is working the prosthetics.
Yeah.
And with the effects for the head.
Oh, look at that! Just
And that screech, the screech is just what sells it completely.
absolutely.
That vocal cord ripping, like that's such a great detail to include in there. And Rickles he's losing his fucking mind. He starts laughing and shit and he's getting ripped apart. His eye gets gouged out in a second. He's laughing and shit.
Yeah. He's shoot them in the head,
Holy
mate.
shit.
May help.
You're like, whoa,
Oh,
holy
shit!
He's just like completely lost it.
He's just getting.
He's just laughing the whole way. That eye rip looks so faulty.
That eye rip, yeah, getting his fingers bit off, man. Could you imagine how fucking painful
And you see
that
the
would
wedding. You see the wedding ring there. So it shows he was married. He was probably a decent guy before all this shit happened. I think it's so fitting too that Steele blows his own brains out.
Yeah. But like I say, though, mate, I just wish.
Yeah, it would have been cool if he didn't have a bullet.
Yeah, I just wish that he went to do it and there was no bullets left and he just gets ripped apart. But that's the choice I would have gone for.
Rhodes, you piece of shit.
You piece of fucking shit, Rhodes.
Like there, you could see like with those shots on, they have the same gray makeup, like the bluish, heavy gray makeup. Same as in Dawn. but like it doesn't like take me out of the movie with this one
No.
at all.
Well,
Like with Dawn, it does with the bluish gray makeup sometimes.
yeah, but with this as well as I think with the setting probably helps where they are like underground or
I
what.
was gonna just
Where the
say it's
movies,
darker. It's darker,
yeah,
so
it's not
it hides it more.
it's not as well lit as what Dawn of the
Yeah,
Dead is.
because Dawn's you're in a mall. You're right. I mean,
Yeah,
you got a lot more lights on them.
I love that clown looking zombie man. That is just
I know, I
fucking
know.
creepy as fuck. And I like the one that's
It's one in
dressed
a
like,
football player, right? Isn't there a football
yeah,
player one?
football player one. There's a bride. There's a
I
woman
always
in
forget,
in
like,
a
there's
wedding
always a
dress.
few, like, specific, like, standout zombies in all of the Romero zombie movies. And then there's some that they reappear in the later ones. So I always forget where each one is from originally.
Yeah,
I love it. Come on, bub.
come on, Bob.
And he thinks he's got the upper hand on this dude, on this zombie.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're coming up on one of just my favorite moments in movies.
here's the rest of them.
All right, here he gets his fucking throat ripped out,
Yeah,
shoots him, and then when he sees the two women zombies come in, I love that.
yeah.
And then shoot the way she drops and hits the ground, yeah. She's just like instant boom, and just damn on the ground, like she killed it as an extra zombie.
Yeah, she did.
He
There he is. Shoots himself.
signs out.
Yeah.
Even that looks good. Like him blowing his brains out looks good.
Does. Bon appetit. Enjoy.
So that amusement park movie, they're saying it was filmed in 1975, but didn't get released until like 2019 or something.
Bloody hell, that's some weight, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what the professor just said. That I'm thinking the same thing. 1975, it could be good. Yeah, I don't know, Echo. That could be a bunch of shit. Maybe just rights issues, or who knows.
That's a long
I
time.
want to see if I can track it down somehow. I'm sure maybe on like a torrent site I might be able to find it.
I think it might be on Shudder or something.
Is it?
I don't know. What was it called? The amusement park.
Yeah, he was in Dawn, Professor. Then he was in. He shows up in Land. The biker, the zombie version of him.
Mm.
I mean, I would say like, yeah, actor. Like I would say, because I know like Nicotero and Berger and them have played extras and stuff, zombies, in a lot of the Romero zombie movies. Come on, Johnny. Counting on you to fly us to the promised land.
Promised land.
Like, I love that line. And that's when ding, 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 ding. It's so fucking good, this score list.
The land of brandy and cigarettes. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Where we should have went from the fucking beginning of this movie.
We should have just gone straight there.
If they listened to fucking Jamaicans, because they're always right, then they would have avoided all this shit. Miguel could have been alive. They could have taken him with them.
Yeah. Here's Rhodes, man. His death is so satisfying, man.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say which I think is the best in the movie, which kill, and it's always between Torres getting his head ripped off and Rhodes.
Yeah.
But I think Rhodes is just the more satisfying one.
Oh,
just because of the prick he is the entire movie.
He's just such a piece of shit, like.
Oh yeah, that when he finally just gets ripped in half. And the first time I saw this, and it still blows me away to this day. But when I first saw that effect, I said, that looks insane. I said, there's no way they just did that. Like, I felt naughty watching it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like I should not be watching this. This is like very over the top gory. And like, I think I was like 8, 9 when I saw.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I was like
Night young. I saw Night at like 7 or something like that.
Oh, I was like 5 or 6 years old when I first watched this, mate. Like,
right.
What's it called? Like
that kill really blows your mind the first time you watch this.
I was just thinking, like, parenting in the 80s was so different, mate. There's no way I should have been watching this at like 6 years old.
I used to go to Blockbuster with my family every Friday and shit. We'd rent. I could rent my own movies. My sister rented one or two, and then my parents would rent a few.
Yeah.
And it would be horror all the time. And then my
Oh,
mom would just
same.
look at the titles and be like, "Oh, what the hell are these titles and shit?" And that's it. And there was no watching like what they were or anything. It's just take the movie and watch them.
Yeah.
Right here, it's great.
Bye,
All the hands
Rhodes.
reaching out the same way as in the beginning with Sarah's
Yeah.
hallucination. Love that.
I love Bob doing the does the sign off.
Yeah, that's great. He salutes him. It's a great callback to earlier. His breathing and stuff, that's because of the rancid fucking smell. Because that from the guts that went bad. That's why he could hardly fucking breathe.
Oh, here he is. That
There it is.
awesome.
Oh, it looks so good, yo. To
Oh.
this day, it still looks amazing.
Choke on him.
Yeah, and he improvised those lines too. Those weren't in the script. He improvised choke on him, which is great. I mean, I don't know if he's able to get those words out after being torn in half like that, but it's fantastic.
Oh man, the scene with all the zombies just all sat everywhere, just munching
Yeah,
away.
I know. The woman one, like the woman, like the chef's hat, kind of. That one always like makes me laugh for some reason.
Yeah,
Sitting there
She's
biting
eating-
shit.
like she's just eating a load of sausages.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just pure nightmare fuel in it. It's just
The way it builds, the whole movie just builds to this is just brilliant.
yeah.
That's why
I think
That's
this
why I
is
never had an
busted.
issue with the pacing because it just
No.
works.
I
to
don't
build
at
to
all.
this.
Yeah, the payoff is massively worth it.
Oh yeah. Some guy, same character, was also in Land of the Dead, but has another character. Yeah, I never saw Night of the Animated Dead. I don't think I saw Night of the British Dead because Echo recommended it that long ago. I watched like maybe 45, 50 minutes of it. It was funny, but then after like that long or so, then it gets a little like old. But that shit was funny. They
What's
just
that?
they dub in like very Cockney British accents for like all the lines. Yeah, it's funny as shit. Night of the British Dead.
I need to watch that then.
Yeah, it's on Tubi, so you're fucked. I mean, it's probably somewhere else. If you can find it, Look Movie maybe probably has it.
I'll find it. Night of the British Dead. Right.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that pretty much just Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead's great.
Yeah, it's good. That was funny.
Wake Up on the Island.
Yeah.
Perhaps the Zombie Island from Fulci's film.
Well, by the looks of it, it's a better island to the one that they got to on the Dawn of the Dead remake. Because if you get to the end of the credits, they just they get overrun.
I mean, if it was the Zombie Island, if it was the island from Fulci Zombie, Zombie was 1979. This is 85. It would have to be after the events of Zombie. So I don't know where all the zombies are, unless it's like a prequel to it. Like you could look at it like that. It could be like a pseudo prequel.
Yeah. November. So they've been on the island for 4 days. So from the 1st of November to the 4th.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a few days. They were there. Such a great fucking film. That is brilliant. Top 10 movie of all time. Just the effects, the acting is great. Like even like we said, Pilato, that was over the top, but it works just perfectly.
It works, man.
For the movie. Like it just works so well. His character and the way he played it, which sucks. We just lost him a year or two ago.
Oh,
Pilato.
did
we? Yeah, which sucked. But he was just fantastic in this, and the effects are just top notch. Like I've heard people say that like it's not like it's Savini's like some of his best work, but he did stuff like on Friday and Friday 4 and The Prowler and Burning.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was mostly just him and a few people. This he had all the K&B effects helping him and stuff, but of course he did. Like, look at all the fucking effects in this movie compared to all those other aforementioned movies when it's just like kills for the most part.
Mm.
This you got all the zombie makeup alone. He needed an entire effects crew
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
like that, a
of
huge
course.
crew for this movie, like even more so than I think he had a crew that was like double the size of of Dawn of the Dead. So
Mm.
I mean, of course he needed all that, but I think all the effects in this movie are just still stand the test of time. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, without question. It doesn't look dated at all.
No, none of it does.
No,
Like I
looks
don't think any
fantastic.
any effect in the movie looks dated one bit. The
No.
amputation of the arm, Miguel's arm, that looks great. All the zombie stuff with the brain zombie and the gut zombie, that looks great. All the last 25 minutes or so with all the kills look fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, it's some of the best effects ever.
Yeah.
Speaking of British zombies, Cockneys versus zombies. I don't remember if I watched it. I feel like I did. I just don't remember anything
Oh,
about it.
it's it's all right. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's not as bad as what it should be. Put it that way.
Alright.
But
That sounds
what
good.
yeah, what makes it funny is Alan Ford's in it, who played Bricktop in Snatch.
Oh, okay.
So he's in it as basically Bricktop, really. And
He's just playing the character again.
yeah, basically, yeah.
That's funny.
It's actually quite funny. It's all right. I haven't seen it for a while, but
So what
yeah,
do you got?
it was okay.
What do you got going on in your channel this week or
Well,
weekend and week?
well, do you know, I'm quite busy, mate. To be honest with you, so on
Yeah, it's
Sunday,
gonna be a busy week.
I'm with Jason on Backtrack Cinema doing Nightmare on Elm Street. Watch
The
along with
original.
him,
Cool.
and then I'll be with Mike later on that same day doing the top 50 arcade.
I'll try to hop on with you guys
Jump
because
on, mate. Yeah, yeah,
I got tourist trap at but it's at 10 at night, so
yeah.
I'll be
Try
free before that.
yeah, try and jump on with us, mate. So we're gonna do the
Yeah,
top 50 arcade game countdown thing, whatever he's got on there.
yeah,
And
that's
then
cool.
on the Monday, on the 4th, I'm with Matt on a Pugwall 316. His channel. We're doing
Oh,
this.
I love
We're
that.
doing Scanners.
Yeah, Scanners is great. I
We're
fucking
doing
love that movie.
Scanners on
Didn't you
Monday night.
didn't you say you've seen Scanners and no, right? You
Yeah.
saw it, right? Okay, good. I was gonna say, please tell me yes, yes. Good. Scanners is another top 30 movie of mine or so.
I have seen it,
Absolute
mate. I'm going
fantastic.
to. I'm rewatching it tomorrow
Ah,
for
okay.
Monday because it's been a long time
Yeah,
since I've seen it.
such a great one.
And then what else have I got going? And then and on Friday, a week today, I'm on Gareth Video Tasties doing a Waterboy watch along,
Oh,
which I'm
nice.
which I'm really
Me and
looking forward to.
me and him got a schedule for this month. We got to schedule Q the Winged Serpent. Because
Oh
remember,
right,
way
yeah.
back in the day, I said that I never saw that one, which is one that flew past me. And he said he brought it up, and then I just recently was saying to him, "Yeah, let's do something soon." And he's like, "You owe me a Q, the Winged Serpent, from like a year and a half ago." I said, "All right, yeah, let's do that one." So whenever
Yeah.
we schedule that,
And I'm
that's fun.
sure at some point Freddy's Dead's gonna be coming up. I know it is. I know I'm
Oh
gonna have to
yeah,
suffer through that with
that
me,
blows.
Gareth, and Jim are gonna be doing that at some point. But when
You,
it comes to
you can have
yeah,
fun with Freddy's Dead.
oh, it's fucking awful, mate. I
Yeah,
just
I had more
no.
fun with Freddy's Dead than 4 and 5 when I did the series.
Well, very true. But I'm
I
gonna
was
have to play it.
rewatching.
I'm just gonna have
Yeah,
to
I
play a
know,
drinking
you're gonna
game to myself by doing that,
have to just to get through it a bit. I
just
mean,
to
yeah,
get through it.
it's definitely rough at times for sure.
Oh, it
A
is rough.
lot of it is.
it,
But
it is rough. But then,
that all sounds good.
well, when it comes to my own channel, so I'm not being the guest on other people's. Uh, when it comes to my own, I've got so obviously I'm going through the Evil Dead movies at the moment.
Yeah.
So I've got Army of Darkness coming up next.
Nice.
And then after that, I'll be doing the Evil Dead remake from 2013.
I love the remix.
And then because I've already done Evil Dead Rise, so I don't have to do that. So after that, mate, I don't really know what to do next actually. So I might do like a little poll or something and just get some movies up and just see
yeah,
what other people
franchise
want
or
me to
something
do.
like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, franchise poll or something.
yeah.
That works.
And I will not have Puppet Master on there neither.
You will not have Puppet Master. You will not put it. So everybody vote for other and vote for Puppet Master on that poll when he puts it up. Make sure you put don't answer if it's not on there, and put Puppet Master in the comment section. Um, I'm up to Critters 5 and Jurassic Park 3, which they're both scary. Jurassic Park 3 is terrible, and most
It's
of it, I don't.
awful.
Yeah, it's just not good.
No.
Like Critters 5, I never saw, but I mean, it's Critters 5, and Critters 4 in space was not good, but it was better than like 3, Critters 3 with little Leo and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It was much
Free.
better than Ghoulies 3 goes to college and stuff. That was a much worse movie than Critters 3. But then Critters 4, that was the movie that it nosedived. So I'm hoping 5 is a little better because it's like a newer one. It's from like the 2000s, like 2010s, I think. And then there's like an 8-episode web series. Critters.
So number 5 is called. Is that the one that's called Critters Attack?
Yeah, Critters Attack.
Right. Okay.
I have no idea, like, because in the 4th one they like extinct all the critters, like they're all supposed to be extinct. So
Right.
I don't know if it's a prequel or because that was in like 2045 because it's in the future.
I don't know.
It's space in 4, so this whole convoluted story. So who knows if it's related to the main story or anything like that.
I don't know. I've only seen Critters 1 to 4, so I've no idea.
Well, I'll find out. I'll fill you in for sure. And then we got Tourist Trap on Sunday night at 10 with Mayan and Sean and Texas Russell.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So we'll be watching Tourist Trap. Finally, May got back to me with a time because she's never seen it, so she wants to definitely do it. So that'll be fun. Then pretty much have like those 3 interviews back to back to back almost.
Yeah.
Parry Shen on the 8th. The 11th is Jason from Part 6, CJ Graham.
Oh, that's awesome, mate.
Yeah, I know that's gonna be fun. And Damien Maffei from Strangers Pray at Night, and Haunt from 2019, and he's voicing a new character in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. And he's in the Mutilator, but we're not talking about that. Mutilator 2. So yeah, we're not speaking of that one.
Is that the only thing he said? It's like, look, listen, I'll talk about anything, but not the
He's like, we're not talking about Mutilator 2. I said, and then we talked about it, me and him, for like 15 minutes. But he said, like, yeah, we're gonna go. I said, all right, yeah. So it sounds like we'll just never mention that. If someone happens to know that he's in it and stuff, we'll just be like, we don't know. We're waiting. We just have to wait and hear when it comes out.
Well,
that's like the
someone might just jump on in the chat. I might just leave a Mutilator 2
What
question.
about Mutilator 2? What's going on with that one?
Yeah.
Then we'll see his response then.
I can't wait for the sequel because the first one's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't wait to see the sequel. I have no doubt that it's going to be a masterpiece. Let's see what he says to respond to that.
Right, I promise. Right, I will leave that comment in the chat. I will do it.
All right, there we go. That'll be hysterical. All right, man. As always, thanks for joining. This was fun as hell. And everybody
pleasure,
in chat. Everybody in chat, thanks for being there and hanging out. And
thank you,
Critter
everybody.
5 or Jurassic Park 3, probably whatever wins the poll that I put up. But that'll be probably tomorrow since I was driving home earlier. I'm fucking beat.
Critters 5, everybody. All right.
Yeah, it was neck and neck. It was 50-50 with both of them. So let's see. I'll see if it changed. But all right, I guess I'll talk to you. Good night, Phil. Good night, Professor, Echo, Ginger, and everybody else. All right, Dave.